Hey everyone, welcome back. So I just want to mention, some of you may have noticed that I did start an actual Let's Talk MS page on Facebook. As you know, I was always just posting the videos on my personal page. I decided it was probably a good idea to actually start a Let's Talk MS page on Facebook. So if somebody were to just go on and you search Let's Talk MS, you can actually find my page on there now, and all the videos will be posted on there, so it might just be a little bit easier for people to access them. Also too, not everybody is subscribed to YouTube or follows YouTube, so this way also, if somebody wants to follow that Let's Talk MS page, you can see the videos on there as well. So I just want to talk a little bit today about MS and how a lot of people will say multiple sclerosis is an invisible disease. And that's not the case for everyone, but it is the case for a lot of people. And I think that because it's this invisible disease for people that you can't see what we're going through on the outside, it makes it a lot harder for others to understand. Especially when it comes to getting any sort of support in the workplace or receiving disability. I hear and read about a ton of people that are applying for disability, have been rejected, have to go through lawyers, have to reapply, fight it, and are just not able to get disability. And I think that's really awful, because these companies don't understand that just because we don't look like we have physical issues, everything is internal. You can't see it, hence it being this invisible illness. And these symptoms and daily things we deal with make it very hard to work. And a lot of people have things that they're dealing with from their MS that are preventing them from being able to do a full-time, sometimes a part-time job. I mean, as you've heard me say in the past, especially with extreme fatigue, extreme pain, cognitive issues, it makes it really hard to function and do a day-to-day basis activity in the workplace. And it's really upsetting to see all these people who are in the exact same situation and are just constantly being denied by disability companies because their disease and their illness is not physical or can't actually be seen. And I just think that it's unfair of these companies to just go based on that, especially when it comes to like getting some sort of government disability. It's extremely hard to get, and you almost don't understand what the requirements are and what they expect of you. For example, for me, I've had people ask me how I was able to get my disability. Well, for one, I don't get it through the Ontario government. I'm not getting it through ODSP. When I considered applying for ODSP, my family doctor straight up told me that she doesn't think that they would consider me disabled enough to actually get it because I can walk. Just simple things like that. When I was diagnosed and I had to stop working, I had pretty good group benefits, and so I do receive my disability, my long-term disability, through an insurance company who I guess is a little bit more thorough in the way they look at your disease. When I was diagnosed at that time, I met the requirements in regards to multiple sclerosis to receive disability from them. And because my doctor has been very thorough with them and explained the symptoms I've had developed and how it could be very difficult for me on a daily basis, they've continued it. But I couldn't imagine going through what I'm going through and it not being accepted, and people telling me that you're not sick enough and you don't deal with enough to have support from us, and you need to just go and do this on your own. I really couldn't imagine it, and I hope that in the future that it's understood by more people that MS is an invisible illness and it's not seen on the outside, and a lot of people are suffering internally, and we can't do things on a regular basis like anybody else. And I think it really needs to be more accepted, and these companies need to be more understanding of this, because there are a lot of people out there that their jobs don't even want them there anymore, but they're not getting the support from an outside source when they can't physically work anymore. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that, because as I said, I'm seeing a lot of people that are having a really hard time because they're being denied, and I just think it's upsetting, and I really wish all those people the best, and I hope that their doctors can somehow help them to get the support they need when they're not physically able to work anymore. So thanks for listening to today's video. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next week.